what the narcissist says to the new supply about you. Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. Today's episode is exactly that. It's about what the narcissist says to the new supply about you. Let's jump straight in. I've got some notes, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. I just want to be clear from the outset. What the narcissist is saying to the new supply is not a reflection of you, of who you really are, of what the reality actually was. It's not actually anything to do with any of that. What it's to do with is manipulating the new supply. So every time the narcissist opens their mouth to have a conversation with anyone, there's always an objective. There's always something that they're wanting to achieve. And it could just be, they want to be seen as being the hero, they want someone to look up to them and admire them, so when they're having kind of everyday exchanges with people, it could be, that level. But when we're talking about this kind of deep, what we would see as being deep relationships and conversations, when the narcissist is saying something, there is a reason, and it's not anything to do with what you think it's about. So these are the two kind of main things that the narcissist will be saying. So there are two things that the narcissist will be saying, two kind of main themes, and it depends on whether or not you're being idealized or whether or not you've been thrown off the pedestal again. So in the narcissist's mind, you're either up or down. You're either on the pedestal or you're not. That's just the way they work. They always have to have one person that they're idealizing and another person that they are devaluing. So in this situation with the new supply, he's discussing the relationship that the two of you had. He's giving her an insight into the relationship. But what he's actually doing is three things. He's training her. He's telling her what he wants and what he doesn't want. So when he says to her, oh, she was such an evil woman, and, I gave her everything that I had and it was never good enough, and she always wanted more, and she took my paycheck every Friday when I walked in the door, she took my paycheck. When he's saying that to her, what he's actually doing is training her. So without him actually ever having to mention his paycheck, she knows that, you're an evil woman because you took his paycheck. So she doesn't want to be an evil woman. She wants to be, she wants to be the hero. She wants to rescue him. She wants to love him. She wants to be the opposite of what you are. So by telling her all of your flaws, all of your perceived and imaginary flaws, what he's doing is he's allowing himself a way to train her. And as I said, this kind of brings out this desire in her to work really hard to prove herself to him, to make sure she never does the wrong thing, she always does the right thing, and that she always makes him happy because he's such a good man. He'll be telling her the whole time what a good man he is, how he did all of these things. I'm going to link a video here about the naughty and nice list, which is, this ties in with that. So watch this video if you don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so he's also justifying, so he's providing a justification for why he doesn't like women and why he treats her and other women so badly. So every time the new supply and the narcissist have a fight, in her mind she'll be thinking, oh, it's because the ex, because you treated him so badly, that's why he acts like this. Not the other way around, that he acts like this and that's why you guys broke up. He's laid the justification for his behavior at your feet. It's because you treated him that way. That's why he's not a very nice guy, essentially. So the other kind of theme that the narcissist will be feeding to the new supply about you is when he'll be dropping hints. So he'll be using this to triangulate. He'll be dropping little hints, and it could be about I don't know, the way you raise the family. It could be about the sex that you had. It could be about, your capacity as a breadwinner. It could be anything. But any kind of positive feedback that he mentions to her is being done to triangulate her. It's being done to make her feel insecure, to make her work harder to keep, her position at the top of his little narc harem. She wants to make sure that, there's no chance that you come back, and, he's keeping her insecure, essentially. That's what he's doing. So anytime he says anything good about you to the new supply, this is what he's doing. He's manipulating her into feeling insecure and paranoid about you, and, like I said, making her work harder. So when he says, that you were the love of his life, well, she's going to then do whatever she can to be the new love of his life. And the problem is, she doesn't realize it, but he set this kind of impossible challenge. She will never be able to make him happy. Narcissists are incapable of being happy. It's part of their disorder. They always are looking for the grass being greener, and let's face it, that's one of the things with the grass. It is always greener further away. That's just one of those things. It's because, when you know something up close and personal, it's always going to look different than it did from a distance. So with the narcissist, they're always looking out, trying to find something that's going to make them feel good about themselves. But no matter what it is that they find, no matter who they pull into their reality, as soon as they've got it, it's become devalued in their eyes. As soon as they own it, as soon as it belongs to them, they feel like it now lacks value. So there's no way for this poor new supply to ever make him happy, just like it was impossible for us to make them happy long term. It's just not possible. So she'll work really, really hard to make him love her as much as he loved you. But little does she know that, the way he loved you was the way he's loving her. It's all just an illusion that he's spinning. The way he is with her is the way he was with you, good and bad. All right, lovelies, I'm going to link another video about the new supply and old or former supply. I'm going to link that in here. Thanks for watching. Bye.